Hello and welcome back to Boxing Social in association with Betfred. My name is Ayman. We're here in London, Fight Week. Derek Chisora-Pulev2. With me is the one and only Eddie Hearn. Eddie, you couldn't get two more interesting characters in the ring if you tried. Talk me through it.
Yeah, both good guys, both mental, both very tough, big, strong men, very proud men. Both need to win on Saturday night. Obviously we know Pulev won the first fight. Chisora's coming off a couple of defeats. He must win this fight at the weekend and he'll do everything to do it in front of his fans at the O2.
Mentioning it again, Derek Chisora has talked about his connection with the fans when he is the song that they're singing gets intoxicated. He can't leave it. What's it about the connection that Derek has made with the fans that he gets that love?
He's honest. They know that when he walks in the ring, he's going to give you every part of his soul. And that's what fans want. You're going to get value for money from Derek Chisora. He's desperate to win the fight. He'll do everything he can to win the fight, and it's going to be a tough assignment at the weekend.
There's a lot of conversation about how much Derek Chisora has left and whether he should be in the ring. From your point of view, you've seen him up close and personal. What do you feel about how much Derek Chisora does have left?
I just feel that he's, I think he's really. There you go, he's here, yeah. I just feel that Derek is losing to elite heavyweights, and we're not seeing that regression from him in the ring. But sooner or later, he has to win a fight. And after the Joseph Parker fight, I said to him, I think you should have an easier fight, get a win. He's got zero interest. He's like, find me the toughest fight for the most amount of money. But sooner or later, you have too many defeats and you have to think about your position. But there's a lot of people that are close to Derek Chisora, a lot of people that care for him in boxing. And if he was looking like he was, regressing in training or in sparring, you'd know about it and he'd be told about it. Yeah, sorry, I should have really been in there, I think, don't know where we were now, but this is a great fight. It means everything to him, and I think you're going to see a really good heavyweight fight on Saturday.
We were just talking about the regression, but you personally, you haven't seen that with Derek Chisora in your eye.
But look, he could have won the fight against Joseph Parker, the first fight. The second fight, he looked in trouble at times, but it was a good performance from Joseph Parker. But when you're fighting these top-level guys, Derek's better than 99% of heavyweights out there. Unfortunately, he keeps fighting this 1%, and he can't beat them. So, but that's the fights he wants.
Talk through the undercard, Ed.
Well, look, Madrimov against Soro is such a brilliant fight. It's a final eliminator for Charlo. The first fight was tremendous. Really, really good fight. Felix Cash has got a tough fight against Vaughan Alexander, coming off a couple of big wins, particularly beating Luis Arias recently, who beat Jared Hurd. Fabio Wardley against Kingsley Ibeh, good heavyweight fight. Kevin Agyarko down to 154 against Macic, really good fight. Ramla Ali on the card as well. Solomon Daker's returning to the heavyweight division. Really, really good stacked card. Of course, everyone tuned in for the main event.
Got through a couple of things here. Benn teasing something big. A lot of whispers about Chris Eubank Jr.
Everyone's asking me about that. It's not. Look, that fight is kind of like a fantasy fight. It's a once in a generation fight. Would we be interested in it? Of course. Is it close? No. So it's not one of the fights that we're closing in on. If the opportunity came out, of course, we'd make that fight, but we've not spoken to Cali Southern in depth at it, and we'll see where it goes.
But it's on the table?
Not really, no. It's always discussed, obviously, because of the situation, but long way to go if that fight was going to be made.
Jose Ramirez is no longer on the table. You mentioned that being a big fight for him. What's left out there for Conor Benn for his next fight?
The Keith Thurman fight. That's the fight that Conor Benn wants. That's the fight that he'd love at £147, and we'll see what happens.
What's the latest on the Usyk-AJ2 broadcast deal?
Not under our control. That's Saudis have the rights. Obviously, they're talking to everyone, and I'm sure they'll make a decision in due course.
A lot of conversation about the social political climate in Saudi Arabia. Can I get a comment from yourself about the conversation surrounding it?
We've worked there before. It was a great experience, and I feel like the people that we're in the situation where we know these people, we know the investment that they're making in boxing. We're happy to be there. We've done it before. It's a great opportunity for the fighters, and back we go.
Dylan White, what's the latest with him? I know you've worked with him on a kind of handshake sort of deal. Are you looking to kind of close that?
Yeah, I think that I should see him on Saturday for the Fabio Wardley fight. We'd love to have him back on the zone, and we'll see what happens.
Jarrell Miller's been vocal about fighting him. Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. It's not Tommy Fury anymore. It's going to be Hashim Rahman Jr. Your thoughts on that when you promoted Jake in the past?
I think it's a very clever choice of opponents, and I'm sure it'll be a big event. Jake Paul knows how to put on a great card.
Finally, to close out, what have you made of Ryan Garcia and Canelo's back and forth?
It's interesting, isn't it? A bit sad, really. They were obviously close in the gym, and we'll see what happens. But I think you should always respect the achievements of Canelo Alvarez.
Eddie Hearn, thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.